Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining me today. I'm going to show you how to do 6 awesome things with straws. If you ever find the cord of your earbuds getting in the way, I figured why not use some straws to organize that so it's not always dangling everywhere. So I have these thicker straws and I'm going to use 2 of them and I'm cutting them each in 4 so they end up having 8 tubes and we're going to glue them together. So I'm using glue gun here. Be very careful because it's extremely hot, but it works like a charm as per usual. So just glue that together until you have as many straws as you require for your earbuds. So you don't need to even use 8, or you can use more than 8, whatever you want. And obviously you can use whatever colors you want, and it adds a little bit of flair to your phone case as well. I glued both of them together, both colors that is, and now I'm putting glue on the back and I'm just going to glue it right to my phone case. That's pretty much it. So now you can organize your earbud cord so it doesn't get in the way. I find sometimes it gets caught, or maybe you go biking or whatever and there's something always dangling. So you can customize it so it's as long as you need it to be or as short as you want it to be. And I think this is a perfect way to organize your earbud cord. Making Pixy Stix is so easy and so fun. So of course you'll need some straws and some sort of sugared candy that you'd like to put in there. In this case, I have Skittles that have been ground up in a coffee maker. If you want to see that done, the previous videos that I've made with Skittles, I will show you that. So here I am pinching the straw and I'm just going to put a little strip of glue gun on it just so that the sugar doesn't come out. Once it's cooled off, I'll just use my scissors and trim that glue so it's nice and neat. Next, you take your straw at the end that's open and you start scooping it in just like a shovel, and every now and then you can tap it on your counter to ensure that the sugar is making it to the bottom. Once your straw is complete, make sure that you leave a little bit of space at the top so you can clamp it again and put some more glue to seal it in. And there you have your own DIY Pixy Stick. And in order to open it, you can just clip off the end and you have access to your delicious sugar, whatever it may be. I'm going to show you 2 ways to make bracelets, and these first ones are so easy that all you need are straws and a pencil sharpener. The trickiest part is probably just trying to get the straw to catch on your pencil sharpener. This is a pretty sharp one, so it works pretty good, and you want to go pretty slowly to keep the strip as even as possible, because sometimes it's easy to push it too fast and it gets too wide, or push it too slow and it gets too narrow. So you want to make sure that it's nice and consistent. Even if it does get a little bit off, you won't even notice it. That again is the beauty of these bracelets. I sharpened this one right until I got to the bendy part, and then I just trimmed that off, and here I have my beautiful, super stretchy, super easy straw bracelet. So I'm going to use the glue gun to attach it just to make sure it doesn't come apart, and some people do just sort of twist it together and put it on, but I think that really depends on the length of your straw. So these ones I think are a bit shorter because I had that bend, so I just glue gunned it, and it's super easy to put on now, and I'm not worried about it coming apart. I'm loving the look of these straw bracelets. It gives a little pop of color and they're just so easy to make. They'll be ready in no time. Here's another way to make a bracelet, and it requires just a little bit more work, but it's definitely worth it. So I have 2 thick straws, pink and blue, which I think are a pretty good match together, so we're going to melt these together to make a bracelet. So I have some parchment paper here, and I'm protecting my table with a hot pad. And if you do require adult supervision, make sure you have that, because you do not want to burn yourself with this iron. I do have it on the hottest setting, and I'm just putting some pressure on it so the straws flatten as well as melt together, and you'll be amazed that in no time you have yourself something to work with to make yourself a bracelet. After ironing it, just make sure that it has cooled down before you try to take it out of the parchment paper or touch it. So I let it cool down, so let's see what it looks like, and I'm really happy with how this has turned out. It has melted together the way that I would like, and it's ready to turn into a bracelet. I'm going to use my hole punch here, and I'm going to make 4 holes, so 1 hole in each end in each color. Okay, so now we can bend it around and we'll have the ability to connect it. So I'm going to use this shiny string, and of course there's many ways to connect a bracelet, and this one might not be the easiest for people to put on themselves, so if you guys have other ways to do that, that is totally okay. I'm putting in the string to ensure that it flips so that one piece is underneath the other, and then I'm able to use both hands here to tie a nice bow. I added rhinestones to my bracelet as well to make it a little bit more shiny, and just make sure that if you do this, you do it prior to putting it on, as the heat from the glue gun will go through the straw and touch your wrist, which you do not want. Making these straw earrings are just like the bracelets, so easy and so fun, and you'll have an awesome pair of earrings at the end of it. So I'm going to try green, pink, and blue for my earring color, and I'm going to use my parchment paper and my iron. So just a reminder to use adult supervision if you require it, and just make sure that the iron's on a hot setting and you put quite a bit of pressure to ensure that the straws stick together. So you've let it cool off, open up your parchment paper, and see what your end product is like. Now you can cut your earrings in whatever shape you like. I'm just going to stick with a basic sort of rectangular square shape and go from there, but you guys can do whatever you want. You can do stars, triangles, circles. I'm going to put a little dab of glue, and I have my earring backing here, and I'm just going to carefully put it on. Now be careful that the heat from the glue does transfer into the earring back, so you want to make sure that you don't hold on to that too long. You just want to push it in there and then let it go. And finally, I'm going to put another little dab of glue and a teeny tiny rhinestones to bring a little bit of sparkle to these earrings. I had this old candle that I wanted to make a little bit more colorful, so that's where I'm going to use my straws. And what you can do too is, if you have a clear cup, for example, if you put straws around it and put a little candle in the bottom, that's also pretty neat too, because it shines through the colors. So in this case, I'm just going to decorate the candle that I already have to give it a little bit more color. Go. And as tempting as it is to keep the straws like that, you'll find that when you light the candle, it probably will melt the straws. So just make sure that you guys watch that. Obviously you don't want to start a fire, so I trimmed them down, grabbed my little lighter here, and voila, you have yourself a colorful, refurbished candle. I hope you enjoyed watching our 6 awesome straw hacks, and please make sure that you subscribe, comment, and like. Please make sure you come back and watch more of our videos. Thank you!